Please help me welcome. She is the point attorney, and she is working with the CCDL, the Coalition of Connecticut Sportsmen. Now we have Hoffman's Gun Exchange. Somewhere behind the scenes, we have the NRA. She's the point attorney that is handling things and trying to sew things up, and her name is Martha Dean. Please help me welcome her.
I'm an attorney, but I'm not going to speak as an attorney today. And I am organizing with other attorneys who are far more experienced in Second Amendment litigation around this country and have won many victories at the U.S. Supreme Court, organizing the litigation challenging this law. But I am not speaking about it today. And there very little will be said publicly other than what you see in the court. So I'm speaking today as a citizen. Most of you know that I ran for Attorney General twice in Connecticut, and I'm not speaking as a candidate. This is what I would like to say to you as a citizen. I'm not here to educate you because I'm about firearms, because you are well educated. And I'm not here to persuade you with arguments because you don't need to be persuaded. I'm here to say this, that there comes a time in each man's life when he must decide, or she, our part in history. And for us, today is that day. Now we need God. We need God. But we don't need God on our side. We need to be on God's side. Our founders and countless generations of Americans before us knew this. And they created and sustained the only country in the history of the world that has a sole reason for its existence, which is the deeply moral mission of protecting freedom here and abroad. There is no country in the world that does not owe its freedom to the United States of America. And to the blood of Americans who are willing to use guns to defend it. Patriots, we didn't get our freedom handed to us. No, we fought for it. And today is the day, with all apologies to Mr. Lott, that we decide to fight. First, we will fight this unconstitutional law in the courts. Second, all those who voted for this law will be punished as traitors at the ballot box. And third, we will engage in our God-given right of civil disobedience. We will join the distinguished ranks of our founding fathers and so many other freedom fighters from around the world. We will join their distinguished ranks. They won our freedom in part by refusing to comply with unconstitutional laws. So what are the constitutional laws of this nation? What are the highest laws of the land with which we are required to comply? Well, the U.S. Supreme Court told us in Heller. The court made clear that we have a right to own firearms that are in common usage. The U.S. Supreme Court told us in McDonald, they've made it very clear the state governments may not violate that right. So friends, I call on you to fight in the courts, in the voting booths, and on the ground, in the hearts and minds, as Mr. Lott said, by making persuasive arguments in the hearts and minds of the people. But today is our day to decide our part in history. The time for discussion, it's never over, but we've done that. We made Mr. Lott's arguments. We made them in the thousands to the legislature, and they didn't want to hear. They didn't want to learn. They didn't want to know. The bill was already drafted, and it was passed without anyone reading it. The time for discussion has passed. The time for arguments and persuasion has passed. The time to nullify this law bravely and legally. It is legal to nullify an unconstitutional law. We are proud of our ancestors who hid slaves and violated laws to do what was right in this country. We are proud of our founding fathers who did the same. Civil disobedience is our God-given right. It means nonviolence, but it is our God-given right as a free people. Now, no red-blooded American ever waited for others to hand him his rights. So study your history, my friends. It's time to take, I said, take our freedom back. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha Dean.